So this is Candace and the Great Wall. It is my very first children's book, and it draws on my experience as an NLP practitioner and as a coach and trainer. Mostly I work with adults, so this was a new foray for me. But I'm a mum of two, and as a mum of two, my children are still quite young. I have one preschool and one in school at the moment so far. And one thing that I noticed, and it took me back to the days when I did podcasts, back in the day when I did podcasts, and I remembered a story I'd written back then, and I built that into the story because my kids were all about, at that time, things they couldn't do. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do this. Why can't I do that? And it was like they were being trapped in by all of these things they couldn't do. And and it got me thinking, because that's true for kids a lot of the time. And one of the things that I know is that when you change your thinking, you change your outcomes. It's the absolute epicenter and paradigm behind my business as a coach and consultant at Fusion at Work. And yet our children, it's really hard to teach them how to change their thinking, because they're so in the now, so focused and right in that moment. And in that moment, they feel everything as big as they can possibly, even bigger than they can think. You know, that whole prefrontal cortex is not as well developed, and those emotions, they're just as big, if not bigger, than they will be when they are older. And so it's hard. It's really hard. And as an adult, with all the stuff that we know, all the shoulds running around our head, it can get really easy to get frustrated with them as they navigate all the things they can't do, and the ability to pick themselves up and push themselves on and keep going, especially when it seems pointless and just like this Groundhog Day. And so if they and because of that Groundhog Dayness that can happen to all of us in life, then sometimes it can start to sort of surreptitiously change some of your beliefs about yourself, about your situation, about what is right and wrong and okay and not okay. And sometimes it's really useful to be able to step back and challenge some of those beliefs. And here's why. Whatever we believe, whatever we hold to be true and important and real, that drives what we focus on, you know. So if I believe that wall of Great Wall of cannot be breached, then I focus on all the ways that is true. I focus on how big it is. I focus on the fact that no one else that I know has ever got over it. And so I start to think about if it's worth all the effort that I'm putting in to get over that wall, you know, and whether or not it's even possible, whether I'm just kidding myself, you know. And when I start doing that, funnily enough, I start to feel down, if you excuse the pun. And I just, you know, I just get a bit over the whole thing. No, not really. I start to feel down, and as a result, I stop trying to get over the wall. And here's one thing I can guarantee you: if you stop trying to get over the wall, very unlikely you're going to get over that wall. And as a result, you don't get over the wall, and that reinforces the belief that everyone else has shared with you anyway, that Great Wall of cannot, that one there, that cannot be breached, quite obviously, because we have proved it to ourselves time and time again. And yet, as any great inventor or person who's achieved a first will tell you, there's a lot of things, many, many things in this world that could not be done until they could. And those people who could, they had different beliefs and focus and thoughts that drove, there's the word I'm looking for, that drove different actions and behaviors that therefore created different results than anyone else before them. And wouldn't you like to be that person? Wouldn't you like your child to have that choice, that ability to be that person sometimes? I think it's a powerful idea. And so it's kind of at the center of this book, that how do you change your beliefs and your focus and your thoughts, or frame them, or promote those positive beliefs, focus and thoughts that drive the sorts of results that make you and your life truly extraordinary. Well, it's all a bit deep. So let me read you a rhyming poem, which is from the beginning of the book. So this is, the whole book does not rhyme, don't worry. But, you know, I managed to make it through a page. So see if you enjoy this. It's called The Most Top Secret. And it's written by Flip the Fantail, who you'll find on most pages throughout this book, sometimes really, really little. You got to search hard to find him. And even the little kids like to try and spot Flip. And she's like a secret spy. So she knows a lot of cool stuff. Some of it's NLP. Stuff that can help you get past those limiting thoughts or beliefs. And so this is a story that she shares right at the beginning of the book to inspire you before you start on your own journey. I cannot leap buildings in one single bound, but I know super secrets, so do stick around. The top secret of secret is surprising and true. It is that magic lies deep and strong within you. It starts in your mind with the power of your thoughts. For thinking's the skill from which all greatness is wrought. From your thoughts come feelings and actions too, and from these, the results of all that you do. From this, we make meaning in our own unique way. And what we decide will shape how we think, feel, and act the next day. So beware your thinking. It can make your life great. With it, you can shape the world and your fate. By changing your thinking, the power is yours to find freedom and answers, and even win wars. For we all have battles that we are trying to face, be it troubles or rules, winning games or a race. At the center of you lies a hero within. It seeks to succeed, to conquer fears, doubts, and win. The story I share is about Candace, the girl who changed her thinking and thus changed her world. So as you read all about the girl in this book, I ask you to step back and take a good look at the greatness of your being and all that you are. For there is no one like you, neither near nor far. So be proud and be super and kind and strong too. Be brave and keep going, for that's what heroes do.